Hey Skywalkers, I was given early access to The Rising Storm by Cavan Scott, the new Star Wars novel in the High Republic. Let's get into my non-spoiler review. Sukuigat Acolytes, I'm Jedi Starkiller, and this is the SK Base. And today I am super excited to bring you my non-spoiler review of The Rising Storm by Cavan Scott, the next novel set in the High Republic. First, a quick disclaimer. Thank you so much to Disney Lucasfilm Press for the opportunity to read these books early so that I can give you guys my unfiltered reviews. And I promise this is 100% my opinion. There's no one at Disney forcing me to say anything. Will you please let my family go now? Just kidding. But in all seriousness, let's talk about the plot of The Rising Storm. It's been a year since the great disaster and the events of Light of the Jedi. The Nihil and the Drengir are both a thorn in the side of galactic peace, but nothing the Jedi can't seem to handle. Eager to inspire the people of the Republic, Chancellor LINA is destined to ensure the success of the Republic Fair, another of her great works designed to display the strength of the Republic and its spirit of unity. But Marchion Ro and the villainous Nihil have other plans for the fair. As to my thoughts on The Rising Storm, I really liked this book. Now, when I first looked at it, I was like, wow, this is long. There are a lot of chapters, but honestly, it doesn't feel like it. This is easily the most action-packed, exciting Star Wars book I've ever read. The action starts around chapter 8, and it never really slows down. Overall, I loved this book. It was very good. Easily one of my top 3 Star Wars books, but mainly just because this is such an exciting book. One of the things I think is the best about this book is that we are finally deep into the High Republic era. Light of the Jedi was tasked with introducing us to so many characters, to a time period, to a world, to enemies that we had never seen before. And now, this world finally feels lived in. If you've been reading the books and reading the comics, you're invested in this world and you know these characters. And so the fact that we get to see characters like specifically Elzar Mann and Bel Zettifar, and we really get to dive into those characters because we're not meeting them for the first time. We know them well enough now to really get to the heart of what makes these characters tick. And we also get some new characters at the same time. Stellan Gios is amazing. I really like Stellan a lot, and he's so much more than just a handsome face. I think you guys are, if you've been liking the High Republic Jedi so far, you're really gonna like Stellan Gios. And then Ty Yorick is still an enigma, but she's a fun new kind of character. She's Monster Hunter extraordinaire. And I'm really excited to read Cavan Scott's graphic novel, The Monster of Temple Peak, that's coming up soon, which is going to feature Ty as the main character. And then we also get a couple of other new characters. Ram Jamaram, who is the one of the protagonists for Race to Crashpoint Tower, the junior novel tie-in to The Rising Storm, makes his debut appearance in this book. And then I personally am a big fan of a character that you haven't met yet, Jedi Archivist Orba Lynn. I won't spoil anything for you, but I'm really excited for you all to meet Orba Lynn. That's one of my standout characters in this book. Without spoiling anything, this book is an emotional roller coaster. Any moment could be any of these characters' last. We don't know what's really going to happen, and so it just lends to being so much more exciting and so much more fresh than any other era that we've seen Star Wars content in. Really quickly, I do want to talk about Race to Crashpoint Tower by Daniel Jose Older. This book is a junior novel tie-in to The Rising Storm, and tells the story of the Republic Fair from another perspective, specifically the perspective of the characters from Older's IDW High Republic Adventures comic book series. If you've been reading those comics, you'll be really happy to see Zine Morala, Lula Talasola, as well as Vernestra Rowe and Emery Cantaros from A Test of Courage, and also you'll get to meet Ram Jamaram, the Padawan mechanic introduced in The Rising Storm, but he plays a much bigger role in this book. This is his standout performance, if you will. This is, like I said, it's a very short book. I finished it in an afternoon because it is a junior novel, but that doesn't mean that there aren't some really great parts in this book, and some really important plot points for the High Republic. But specifically, there's a scene that stands out to me where Vernestra and Lula talk about attachment in a way that Anakin Skywalker really could have benefited from hearing. All that being said, be sure to get in your pre-order now for The Rising Storm by Cavan Scott and Race to Crashpoint Tower by Daniel Jose Older, both of which will be available on June 29th. Big thank you once again to Disney Lucasfilm Press for this amazing opportunity to read these books and share my thoughts with you guys. I really hope you are as excited to dive into the High Republic as I am. For Light and Life, for the Republic, this is the way.
You are now leaving the SK base. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And never forget, the Force will be with you, always.